Ooh, right. We have another game for you here today. It is a penguin party game. That's right. Pengu is back in action. Um, and honestly, I'm so proud of these guys. They've really improved. Oh, that house. I was just about to say, these guys have really improved since uh, the last time, but that house is not built, so we're not going to look at that for too long. We have Pengu playing as the Sicilians, and there's a story behind this, and I want to talk about that story. But first, I really want to introduce all of the players, and I just want to say I'm so proud of these guys. They've really improved a lot in a very short period of time, and I can't wait to see how far they take it. We have Mr. F Evil Lord playing as the Khmer, and we have, I'm just gonna call him Pablo. He said Pablo was okay to call him that. Playing as the Lithuanians, and we have Crocodilio playing as the Khmer. They are the enemies of the Penguin Party. Over here we have Hunt, and that is Posaurus. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. But oh, and that was actually not Crocodilio. Crocodilio is playing as the Aztecs, and Nabacaran. Nabacaran. We're just gonna call them by their colors, guys. I'm really sorry that I'm so terrible with the names. But the story behind this is that A, Penguin Party picked. Oh, and that is oof. That is rough on those sheep for sure. Penguin Party decided to pick random civs, so they're not super familiar with these civs. Specifically, Sicilians and Khmer can be quite tricky. Also, they had been waiting in the queue for 8 minutes. That's forever. And by the time they finally got a game, uh, Penguin, we're just gonna call him Penguin or Pingu. Penguin only had a total of 30 minutes to play. So we'll see what happens from there. Because after that, he has to go AFK. He has to do something. He has to take care of something. And oh, he is pushing in the deer. And that is a relatively nice deer push. Let's check in on Evil Mister and see how his. No! No! No way! Oh man, I've heard about this happening before. I, there's no way this happened. There's no way this actually happened. So instead of building two houses, Mr. F Evil Lord for short, produced two mills in the beginning instead of two houses. That is absolutely hilarious. That is great. I love that so much. So yeah, we are looking at a slightly lower elo than maybe we sometimes do, but you know what? It doesn't matter what elo you are. What matters is if you're having fun or not. We're gonna quickly go away and not embarrass Evil Lord too much more. Waiting 8 minutes in the queue is absolutely brutal. And these walls back here you can absolutely delete. That's totally fine. Where are these guys going? Are they gonna build a lumber camp? Are they? Oh, they're going for the boar. Okay, so Pablo is starting to get his boar in. Everything is looking good in his town. Over here we have some extra houses being built for Teal. And it looks like Evil Mister is way behind in comparison to some of our other players. You have 15 pop already, whereas Evil Lord is only at 7 pop right now. So he's down by 8 villagers. And remember, Pingu only has 30 minutes to play. What's going on in green space over here? Oh my goodness. Did not push in those deer. It's just going to take him nice and far. But you know what? Taking the deer is better than not taking the deer, in my opinion, because it saves you a lot of wood that you have to contribute. Also, a little heavy on the wood, if I'm being completely honest over here. And what is going on with this boar lore? That is definitely not how you lure a boar efficiently. The best way to lure a boar is one villager and the rest of your villagers are collecting food underneath the TC. And this is still quite a walking distance for dark blue. Meanwhile, Pingu over here, did he even... attempt to lure any of his boar. No, both of his boar are still back here, so he will eventually get those. And you really want to kill those sheep underneath your TC. It's small things, but they do add up over time. Also taking those deer. He did push one before, but now scouting, which is totally fine. I don't disagree with scouting. And oh man, I think he has his waypoint set over here. Okay, he did change that, thankfully. There's nothing wrong with scouting, but I think on arena it's not as necessary. You can scout once you've pushed in all of your deer, and that would really help you boom a little bit harder and a little bit better. Evil Mister, is he recovering? My goodness, there's so much stuff directly around his TC. I personally like to keep the space around my TC really clean, and the reason I like keeping it clean is because I do want to drop farms later on. But I'm already having a blast with this game. This right here could be a thumbnail in itself. I will make a custom thumbnail for these guys, and if you guys want to send me a game, I am more than happy. And oh, if only they could drop it off in this mill. This mill is actually blocking these lumberjacks from collecting these straggler trees. I wonder if he's going to build a lumber camp back here that is super safe. I mean, there's no way that, yeah, okay, there's no way that anybody's going to attack that. It's behind 2 layers of walls, basically. Let's take a little bit of a look at Pablo's base. It has way too many on wood, in my opinion, although he is feudal already, but definitely should transition some more into food. Let's take a look at Pablo's resources. Actually, not too bad. You can use that wood to build a mining camp, for example, but a little bit early to feudal for sure. In arena, I definitely recommend just going fast castle. It's just so strong because you get that boom, you get those additional TCs, and then you can really boom to the ultimate. Ooh, what's going on over here? Wow, it looks like Dark Blue is looking for some kind of aggression early on against Pingu. If you're in the middle position or the pocket position, you should just be booming. You should boom, 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 boom. That's why I personally never like picking the pocket. And sure enough, we already have a market and a blacksmith, and that's probably going to be canceled relatively soon. Yeah, collecting some food. He probably wants to sell a little bit. Let's see how Green's resources are looking. Yeah, he has way too much wood. Definitely want to invest that wood. You could mine the gold and then it would be so much smoother as well. But he could just sell, which I think he will do in just a second. Don't make me a liar now. No, maybe he's not going to sell. I think prioritizing castle is worth selling a little bit of gold over because you can produce more villagers. And now he's transitioning that wood into food production. And he should be canceled relatively soon. But that gold is going to be a limiting factor for him. Whereas if he just sold, say, 300 or 400 wood, he would already be castle right now. Meanwhile, over at Teal's base, I don't know what that villager was doing. Maybe she wanted to build a super safe lumber camp. And Red over here is doing quite nice. Yeah, Red's play looks very clean. He has 5 to 6 on each one of his lumber camps, so that's very nice. 3 on gold, that will give him plenty of gold to go castle. I would actually not be surprised if Red was, yeah, he's within castle range. He just needs to build another farm. You could even sell that stone. I know that's kind of risky. It depends on if you want to go 2 TC or 3 TC, but selling 100 stone is totally fine. And Blue's Eagle, interestingly enough, actually got in here. I think something must have held open the gate for him. And my goodness, Evil Lord is having a tough time here for sure. A little bit slower than everybody else. Let's take a look at his villager count real quick. His villager count is at 22, whereas the others are at 25. And yeah, I mean, this is actually not terrible for me. It's still kind of far away from the TC. You really want to limit the... I wonder if Evil Lord did this on purpose, just to mess with me, because last time I pointed out his farms and whatnot. But honestly, it looks better than last game, if I'm being completely real with you guys here. Another TC. No, that's a market. That's a little bit early for Castle. We do have Pablo going up. We have Green going up the castle. And Evil Mister, he's still in Dark Age. That is rough stuff. I wonder what the idea is between this over here. Okay, he maybe just wanted to keep his gold safe. And there is some scouting going on from all players. Always nice to get a market, A, to balance your eco, especially at lower elos, and B, because you can see what everybody else sees. That's why my brother and I, we did a crazy strat with Portuguese as well as Persians, where we walled our opponent in because he could see where I was scouting with my scout, and I then TC dropped the opponent. It really never worked out very well, except for one game against Spanish, which actually we lost the recorded game to, because every single time the game gets updated, you can't watch any of your old recs, which is really frustrating. So if you guys do send me recs, it's happened a couple times that people send me old recordings and I simply just can't watch them. I can watch like 5 minutes of them and then boom. Wow, red, really nice. I like the placement of these TCs. That's a really decent walking distance to that gold. You could even build a mining camp over here, and that would be even more efficient. And look at this, his main gold is going to be super efficient as well, looking super duper clean. Meanwhile, there is a whole bunch of army right on the front here, and we'll see at what point Pingu has to go AFK. And I think it's Pingu, but it might be Pablo, because I think Pablo sent me the recorded game. And the scout is running around seeing what he can find. Archer range now being built. Kind of an AI army here, if I'm being completely honest, especially if he adds archers in there and spearmen as well. All he's missing is some scouts. There's nothing wrong with diversifying your army, but I would really recommend sticking to 1 or 2 units, because getting the upgrades for every single unit is simply put too expensive. So if you go into, say, infantry heavily, then it's a good idea, for example, Green to go for archers. And this is also quite a nice boom. A little bit greedy on this gold. I think you just put it next to the wood, and then you build a mining camp right next to it. I think that's slightly better. But nice placement. You always want to place it next to resources. And yeah, it's just a little bit of booming at the beginning. That's standard arena, as we all know and love arena. Although I try and break the meta. I try and break the meta with these Khmer elephants. Man, are they funny. I also really want to try a strategy that I have posted on my channel as well, which is the sea tower hop. And actually with Sicilians, it would not be completely out of the question for a siege tower hop to occur. University now being constructed. I do wonder what unit composition Pingu is going to go for here. And that university is not going to be constructed because the waypoint was set right on top of it, but now it is. And what is this debate? No. Oh, the eagle runs right in. And honestly, if Blue is more aware of this, he could run his whole army into Penguin's base, and it could be absolutely detrimental. You really want to watch out for keeping those gates open. Also with Auto Scout is on his monk. I don't know what that is all about. Oh, okay, he's saying maybe start getting the relics. Yeah, there is a dead monk for red. Really nice boom, and even trying to get those relics, but now I need some spearmen. I got him! Got him! And here's another monk. Wow, Lithuanians. Yeah, if you get those relics, you can really get a good bonus. Does he have any in here already? Yes, he does. 1. And if he collects these 2, a little bit sloppy not to protect that. Looks like Green is going for a forward castle. That means that we're probably going to see Green's unique unit from the Huns. It's ooh, trade already started, but that trade is not protected at all. Don't think that's necessary. Big investment to get trade right now. That eagle is just scouting. Pingu very lucky that he didn't let all of this army in, because that could have been absolutely detrimental. Going for skirms as well. Very interesting composition over here. Not very heavy on gold. Eagles and Man-at-arms do cost some gold, but not super duper heavy on gold. Meanwhile, Evil Mister, my goodness, man. My goodness. Why do you do this to me, man? Although that being said, like, it's not that bad. And guess what? Evil Mister's Khmer, so it doesn't even matter. These villagers are just collecting food continuously. He could build his farms. That's what I love about Khmer, actually. He could build his farms over here. He could build them nice and safe back there, and it would be totally fine. Meanwhile, 3 relics collected. 1 more relic, which I think is right over here. Yeah, if he does get this relic, does Red know about that particular relic? He does, so he definitely should pick that up. Where are these monks heading over to? Doesn't look like Evil Mister got a relic. And it does look like we have that castle up from green, protecting that center stone. Also, teal is here, so I wonder what they're going to go for. It doesn't look like the unique unit from Huns is being built at another castle. Wow, they really want to grab this middle control and get those additional resources. This is not Gold Rush, so that's not a huge amount. And here come the knights from Pablo, and those knights are beasts already. They have +3 attack from the relics, so they do have 1 attack upgrade, and they also have 1 defense upgrade. And let's see how they hold out against these spearmen. Yeah, counter units, especially in larger numbers, are absolutely going to wreck. Did he figure out that this relic is over here? He does know about this relic, so this relic should be an easy snag for him. Still no unique units from green. Oh, siege towers are being constructed. Oh man, I knew it! No way! No way! Like I said, I have not watched this game before, but that is absolutely hilarious. I wonder if we're going to see some dungeons of some sort. But I do really love siege tower play, but these things are expensive. And oh no way! We are gonna see a castle drop, I think. Yeah. 2 more villagers in there, and then probably that's gonna hop over right to Blue's base. This is actually a strat I've seen people go for on all types of elos. A Sicilian castle drop. That's awesome. Meanwhile, there is a whole bunch of gold being mined right in the center over here, and a whole lot of stables being constructed. And did we finally get this relic? No. Looks like there's still only... Oh! He did get another one. Are there more than 4 relics on... 5 relics on... Wow. It just goes to show how much I know. And those monks got absolutely murked. I wonder if... let's actually control group this and make sure that we don't miss where this is going to go. Where is this going to go? That is the $1,000,000 question. And tons of stables being constructed. Knights are going to be popping out pretty soon. Imperial Age for the Lithuanian player. Definitely looks like the fastest player. Had really clean eco. I mean, look at this. This is beautiful eco work over here. Evil Mister. He is Khmer farming over here. I wonder what he's going to go for. It looks like he's going to go for some kind of a range unit. I'd say that because he's getting the armor as well as the attack upgrade for his range units. Is he going to go Ballista Elephants? Unlikely, because those don't actually apply to Ballista Elephants. Although, you know, I actually made that mistake myself. I didn't really know what to get. No big deal. And is this going to go to teal? There's 2, 4, 6, 7, 8 villagers in here. Where is this going to go? Oh wow, there's a wall off over here occurring. Castle over here, and you could drop them right here. That would be beautiful. Get that into teal's base. My siege tower is over here. Protect it at all costs. And nice spot from Evil Mister, getting those villagers, getting another villager here, and this castle should be denied, at least for the time being. Yeah, it is denied. It is a Doubt castle, that's why Doubt's face is on there. The Serbian Lord. And where's that siege tower going to come? Now we can just come right through here and drop off over here. That would be hilarious as well. So much stone being collected. Could drop 3 forward castles. A hand card, a cavalier coming in. Red looking really, really strong in this particular situation. Although now, looks like teal is up. Come on, drop him over, drop him over, drop him over. The siege tower on arena. Makes me so happy to see this. Where's he going? Okay, that couldn't have been the plan. Oh, maybe it was the plan. To keep him safe and then to give a forwards avenue and then build the next one over the wall. Yeah, okay. I dig it. I dig it. A little bit safe. Would have been a little bit risky, I guess, to hop in, but it looks like as soon as you see him go Imperial, he's probably just booming. It doesn't look like there's a lot of army, and it looks like we have ballista elephants coming out from teal. That's wild. Okay, so we're seeing the Khmer ballista elephants, like I've been posting about this last week, and we also have seen a siege tower drop. They are now slowly floating through that wall, making 2 trips, advance to Imperial Age, and it looks like these villagers are going to be able to build another castle because it is within range. Yeah, that's very nice. And this is detrimental. I think this was actually a good choice to build this first one on the outside because this protects these Cavalier very, very nicely. And these Cavalier are beasts, by the way. +6, +2. I do need to make sure that you get those. And now there's a castle on your face. Don't hit it. Oh my god, blue. Blue is hitting the castle and getting absolutely murked over here. And Evil Mister is now in Imperial Age, and we have sergeants coming out, and this is a lot of castles on Teal's face. Teal might honestly be dead if it wasn't for this area over here, so I guess they're going to try and control the middle. And now he's trebbing back into his base, and it looks like these Cavalier are going to try and snipe down that treb. The push is continuing meanwhile forwards, and this could be absolute destruction. Oh, building stables now as well. Going gung-ho, not looking for a booming game, looking to end this right here, right now. Sniping some villagers, also not a bad idea, but I definitely think these trebs need to go down. And yeah, there are a whole bunch of Khmer elephants that does go down. And I don't think you can really fight this with just sergeants. I think that is going to get cleared up, but can he get the treb? Yes, he does get 1 treb, but that other treb is going to survive for the time being. Now, more Cavalier are streaming in. Absolute monsters. You cannot let the Lithuanian player get more than 1 or 2 relics. If he gets 4 relics, my goodness, these things become beastly. Meanwhile, let's check in on Evil Mister. Evil Mister is still booming. He also is Khmer, just like Teal. Wish we had those anti-horses now. What is anti-horses? Do you mean halbs? Pikemen? We have pikemen. Oh, he's referring to how Blue lost all of his pikey boys. So it seems like blue, green, and teal don't know each other, whereas red, orange, and pink do know each other. Running these Cavalier around, you definitely don't want to lose them to the... Okay, he is going to take the engage there. That's not a great trade. I mean, he is probably going to clear this up, but there are helps behind here as well. Wow, such beastie boys. Let's see who actually comes ahead here. Wow, crazy. Yeah, absolutely wrecks everything. Those helps don't have a whole lot of time to attack. 8 still remain. Meanwhile, this base over here is getting absolutely wrecked by sergeants as well. And he just takes his CC spot. Thank you. I'm going to be farming over here now. That is great. But Teal still has his base over here. He does have some ballista elephants. It's definitely not Khmer's strongest unit. If you're not planning to chop through the trees, I wouldn't advise to go Khmer ballistas. What are we going for over here? Yeah, Elefantes. Looks like we are going to see some Elefante play here as well. And oh my god, those skirmishers that Blue built absolutely got murked. No upgrades. Also, if you are going to go skirmishers, you better make sure that your opponents are going to go for archers, otherwise that is resources not well spent at all. And this is probably going to get cleared up by these pikes, but a lot of villagers going down from blue as it starts to rain outside. And oh, Merc, 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 Merc. Rip villagers for Teal. And Teal is now absolutely in the worst spot and resigns. Yeah, he doesn't have very much to contribute at this point at all. And Green's like, why did you resign, man? Come on, we were in a decent spot. And the game is called right there. Wow, the siege tower hop. I do like that castle in the front now that I think about it more. A, it denies this gold over here, and B, it allowed red an avenue to get in very, very easily. Jumping over and then running into a whole bunch of, say, elephants or ballistas or even archers would have been detrimental. And Teal, nice job saying this game is actually relatively close. Or sorry, Pink, I should say. Nice job saying into this game. Even after that really rough start being 10 villagers down. And Red, absolute beast. I also want to say that I think Blue and Green played this relatively well. They already had, like, they could have long-term traded here if it came down to it. But they didn't do a really good job protecting their teaming. As soon as you see that something is hopping over, you need to put all your focus in stopping this forward, in my personal opinion. Or you need to start raiding them at home. And yeah, that's what I thought. Like, Red, absolute beast in this one. 65 kills, 36 death. And he was even fighting his counter units, but because of that extra attack, absolutely just murked them. And that's it. And as you guys always know, please keep walking. Yeah, look at that timeline in the beginning. Poor Evil Lord. That is rough. Building 2 mills instead of houses. I might have to tease him a little bit about that. I might put 2 mills in in the thumbnail and make them pink. I think I'll do that. Hey guys, thank you so much for walking. Don't run. Keep walking. Keep carrying on. Keep doing your thing. Peace.